Did you know that before a seller reads your offer, your loan type is telling them a story, and that story is telling them you might lose out on your house. I'm going to go over today what that looks like once that offer is received and how you can make those changes and make that offer stand out. Hi everybody, I'm Denina Robinson. I'm a realtor here in the greater Pittsburgh area. I've been serving the area for 7 years, so let's get into it. Let's start off with cash, right? Cash is king. And if you're coming in with cash with your offer, listen, the seller sees no bank, no appraisals, no extra delays, right? So they know they're going straight to closing and you're taking out the middleman of anything that could happen, okay? So yeah, when they see that, they're ready to go. Next up is going to be that conventional loan. Now, a conventional loan can have a low down payment of 3% all the way up to 20%. Now, when you're looking at that loan to value portion, which is what I will point out to my seller once we receive that offer, if somebody is putting about 20% out and financing 80%, I mean, again, the buyer has more money into the game, so that's making that percentages tighter and making it easier to accept in the seller's eyes. And they feel like it's going to be a smoother transaction. They're not going to have a lot of things come up like it would be if it was more of a government financing, but that it gives you the competitive edge that you would need to either fight within a multiple offer situation or to get that offer accepted as soon as you write it. The next loan type we're going to talk about is an FHA loan. An FHA loan is backed by the government and it's really good for a first-time home buyer, right? It's going to have the lowest down payment, great on the interest rate. The only thing is it does attach to that property for about 6 months. So sometimes that seller has that hesitation, right? And that appraiser is going to be looking at more concerns. I would say safety concerns inside the property, which is going to be handrails, GFIs, chipping paint. So those things are going to be pointed out more. And sometimes the sellers just don't want to take care of it. So if you can either negotiate to take that off the seller's plate or kind of confirm that in that offer price, or putting down more hand money, which we can talk about it. Another loan that I'm never going to leave out is the VA loan, which is great for veterans, okay? Either have retired or still in the service, and it even can be used for their spouses. The thing that's also great about this product or loan product is that usually it doesn't have any down payment. There's no PMI, private mortgage insurance. And half the time, sometimes they can even take care of all that closing costs, but usually is about 4%. But just getting back to those government requirements, right? With this loan, you're still going to have those safety concerns that are still going to be want to be addressed. Okay, so for a seller, once they see that on the sales agreement, that's the first thing they think about. What do I have to do? What is that going to look like? Of course, we're not going to know until we get that report back, but that is one of the drawbacks of it. Great for the buyer, but sometimes that's where that hesitation comes from. And I just want to say thank you for all of your services. We really greatly appreciate you, and definitely in my world. So here's the bottom line. Your loan tells the sellers a story. And once I'm making that offer for you, I want to make sure that your story is told as perfect as it can. And depending on the type of product you're using, it also makes that light look better for you. Regardless of whatever your choice may be, I'm still here to make that offer stand and shine the way it needs to. Hey, I'm Denina Robinson, a local real estate agent here in Pittsburgh. If you guys have any questions, I have a link below. Please like and follow and continue to watch my videos. Thank you for your time. See ya. And just a little tip here for you, I always encourage to have a pre-approval. The difference between a pre-approval and a pre-qualification is that with that qualification, you're just letting those lenders know on the surface what that looks like. They're not pulling those assets. They're not looking at your credit report sometimes. So they don't know without the proof to where what you will qualify for, right? So you want to be submitting these things to your lender so you can have a better idea of what that affordability looks like for you, and it's going to give you the running edge because you already have a final approval from that lender saying, these are things I've already verified. Another extra step that I always encourage too is going through some pre-underwriting. During the crazy years with COVID, the thing that helped more than anything to get offers accepted is going through a pre-underwriting, which helped tremendously. So that's another little pro tip for you.